So we all know the headlines from Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan apologizes for shameful past use of racial slur, and that racial slur is the N-word. And an Instagram video.
Always, do they have anything else?
Right.
Okay.
In the Instagram video, Rogan, whose talk show, The Joe Rogan Experience, is Spotify's most popular podcast and has been available there exclusively for more than a year, addressed what he called the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. And it was just a compilation of videos that showed Rogan using the slur numerous times in past episodes. And apparently Spotify, decided to remove, it was over 110 episodes that were removed because of that. Mm-hmm. Also, there was another video where Rogan discussed a clip from another podcast episode where he said he deleted it, in which he described seeing Planet of the Apes at a theater in a Black neighborhood in Philadelphia. I was trying to make the story entertaining, and I said it was like, we got out and we were in Africa. It's like we're in Planet of the Apes. He said, adding that it was an idiotic thing to say that looks terrible, even in context. So yes, Spotify's CEO condemned Rogan's use of racial slurs, but says the company won't be silencing him. What are your thoughts, Mom?
What's the question? I didn't question.
I didn't. I guess
Spotify has, is supporting him or whatever. So, what is your question?
My question to you is, who do you think he should be?
Do I think the question is, do I think Joe Rogan is full of crap? Do I call BS on Joe Rogan? He knew what he was saying. He thought he was funny. Mm-hmm. He thought it was a big, hoot, whatever. And that's why he said it. I think he is a racist. Maybe he is less racist now. I don't know. It's probably the same, but is he more sophisticated in his language? Mm-hmm. Maybe, as it's more correlated to his income now. So maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he'll go over to the Trump supported Boomba or whatever the hell it is,
Rumble,
whatever it is.
Yeah.
One of the Trump affiliated platforms or whatever, mm-hmm. Maybe so, because they offered him $100 million. So I don't know. So if he's just going by money and that's it, he may do or say anything. Do I think it was racist? Yes. Do I think he gave a damn? No. Do I think that he knew it was racist? Yes. So do I think in retrospect he wish he hadn't said that? Well, maybe, because not only is it racist, just sort of silly and stupid, so he may be embarrassed by it. Or he may not give a damn. I don't know.
Do you think?
I think he'll say whatever he thinks is financially expedient for him. And that's what I think.
Do you think that Spotify should remove his podcast?
Oh, that was the question.
No, that was just what I thought of.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know, because it wasn't really hate speech where he said, like a lot of Trumps might be, mm-hmm. kill him, shoot him, knock the hell out of him. Mm-hmm. It wasn't hate speech, but it was cruel and hateful mm-hmm. speech and silly, So do I think they should take him off their platform? I don't know. I don't know how recently it was.
Well, there's
the last time.
Well, here's the issue. I don't know. There's like over 110 videos that have been removed.
Well, let's also talk about how recently it was. Let's also talk about the time element, because I think there should be. I don't know either. I think there should be some consideration of also when it was said, because mm-hmm. a lot of things you might say at one point in your life, you might not say at the other.
But can I say this, Mom? Let's just preface this by saying he's a 54-year-old man.
Yeah, he's 54 now. How old was he when he did all these things?
This is between the ages of 40-something to 50-something.
Oh, okay. Well, listen.
So let's
all right, this is what I want to say. Okay, this is what I really feel.
Yeah.
if they take every white person, his age, history into account, there will be no white people up there.
Okay. Well, I mean,
okay. So if they take Joe Rogan's off, how many more do they have to take off?
Yeah.
How many more? How many of them do you think could, withstand scrutiny if somebody goes past and search, their history for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? How many? Yeah. There would be no white people left up there. Okay. So if you talk about how many of them use the N-word, because don't forget, I don't know, I don't want to go too much into the N-word. I don't want to go too much into it, because whatever the origin of it, they're the ones who defined it as something negative and nasty, who created something negative about it. Okay, you understand? They defined it as negative. No matter what the origin of the word was really intended to be, they turned it into something different. Just like they turned race into something, to whatever they want race to mean. Okay.
And we can we can get into that.
Okay.
I'm not.
Well, we'll be on that for 3 or 4 days. But all I want to say is this.
Because I wanted to make a comment.
They should address it, and they should have some sort of standards regarding offending all groups. Okay. They should have some standards, and they should address it. But if you talk about canceling him, like I said, if there's consistency of application, they'll be canceling a lot of them. There won't be any. Do you understand?
I understand. I understand what you're saying.
It's not like he's so unique. Oh my God, let's get rid of him. It's not like most of them, either if they don't say it themselves, their sister, their brother, their mother, their father, some of them say it. It's not like any white person is that far removed from that, because they created the whole concept. Well, that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Okay. No, I mean, you understand.
I'm not saying what?
Okay, go ahead, Ma. No, you can say what you want to say.
Every white person will say that.
Okay.
I'm saying you're not going to find many white people at all who, if they don't themselves say it, their sister, their brother, their mother, their father, somebody else says it in the family. You follow me? You're not going to find that far, any of them that far removed from that word.
Okay, or friend, maybe, or friend.
Or friend. Or right. Friend. Well, friend, I meant anyone in their environment.
Oh, well, I mean, I think a lot of I agree with a lot of what you say.
So do I think you should remove Joe Rogan? Well, are you going to single him out as somehow being different or exceptional? Or are you going to apply that across the board to all the artists?
Well, I mean, this is my thing.
Or podcasters, whatever the hell Joe Rogan is.
Listen, here's my thing. I don't know. I think Joe Rogan was trying to appeal to a certain group when he said those jokes, and he thought that, okay, well, whatever, he can get away with it because he did it over and over and over and over and over and over again.
That's doesn't mean that they all are like that.
Doesn't mean when someone says that and they continue to say it and then they apologize and they feel bad, doesn't mean that they're not racist. It means that, I recognize that other people are upset that I offended people.
Yeah, well, pays you, of course.
With that being said, to me,
he's sorry he got busted and was called out on it. So go ahead.
My thing is, leave it up there. You said it, leave it up there. You can put a warning. You can everybody can condemn this. I'm not going to tune into a show because it's not for me.
That's what it's going to boil down to. Because if you start doing that, then
you can do it to so many people.
Is that right? You're going to be going back. You're going to be taken down a whole. You're going to have you know what?
And everybody at some point.
Right. And it is true if you go, but see now, if you go back, if you apply the same thing to most African Americans, you'll find that it won't be that prevalent, because for some reason we only address them in terms of if they're doing something that interferes with our life. We don't address them so much as jokes.
I don't agree with that.
You
so
do?
much.
Do you? You think we sit around and make jokes about them? We could be going out to a show, and it's nothing around but white people, which we have often. It's mostly white, and then we go, "Oh my God, I'm in the land of the snowman."
Oh
Or
no, of course not. No, we don't
do we
do.
make those jokes?
No,
No, that's
no.
not anything we do. I maintain that they spend more time making jokes at our expense than we do at theirs.
Okay.
I maintain
Well,
they are more. We only
let's
do
not
them.
say,
We
let's not say all white people
not
do it, or the
all. No,
majority
I'm saying
do
in
it.
general. Well,
Okay.
pays you. It is in general that's the case, because how come it's 90% that when you find people who are offensive and say these negative
Because it's
things,
more of them.
percentage wise, it's more
Okay.
prevalent among them. I believe.
Okay.
I only have anecdotal evidence of, obviously I don't have any survey, but I think that that's what it is. I think that's kind of more their sense of humor, not just African Americans,
Oh,
but groups in general.
well, I don't know, because I think listen, the history is the issue. You know, historically, all of the terrible things that have
Yes,
been done
yes, sweetie.
to Black
Yes,
people and
sweetie.
people of color, that's the
And
issue.
that's why it exists, because it is a history that they created. And that is exactly why that exists.
Well, my thing is, I think Joe Rogan, said some things that were racially insensitive, and I think that they were racist. And I think when people say that someone isn't racist and they exemplify racist behavior, they're just fooling themselves. And I've seen people in the media who are, people behind the scenes, people who are become very wealthy from being on the radio or TV, and defended him. And I think it's because, they're friends with him, or they think that they're friends with him. With that being said, I don't believe so much in censorship. You can, label things, you can say warning. But I think that when you start doing censorship, it's a real sticky line. It's a thin line. So you have to be careful with that, because what's offensive to one person may not be offensive to another person.
It
And
is offensive to every African American.
That's offensive to every African American. I get that. I'm just saying that when you start saying censoring people, you have to be very careful about censorship.
You see, it cuts a lot of different ways, because our experience in this country is unique. The only other ones that's even close to it would be the Jewish Americans. They're even close, and not in this country. Theirs is in Europe, So for the most part, well, there's anti-Semitism here too, but I mean the extreme, which would be the Holocaust, of course. But whether they should take him down or not, or whatever, they're not going to, whatever we think, and they're certainly not going to take him down because of that after he apologized, and they have so much money invested, and he brings so many listeners or whatever the heck to Spotify or whatever. And so they're just not going to. So, we already see that they've already made their discussion. So to me, their decision. So to me, it's a moot issue. But like I said, if they start doing that to all white people specifically, as it has to do with the use of the N-word, they will have very few white people left or using their service.
I can't disagree with that. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and check out full episodes of the Bamgboshe Happy Hour podcast, streaming on most platforms.